Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dorian here, and this movie will not be part of the ELO series or any series I've ever made before, and this movie will be called Be a Better Teammate. I've been really meaning to make this movie for a really long time, just because I feel like the community really needs it. I feel like if you've ever done anything wrong and you trolled or anything like that, this is kind of something for you where you can kind of take something away from it. If you don't like being trolled or anything like that, this will also work for you. In the background here will just be a game of me playing Poppy Bottom, so I'm not going to really talk anything about that. Really quickly before we get into it, though, the idea where I saw this from was when I was watching State of the League, and Travis was talking about how disappointed he was with the community and how we all handled the whole CDE versus Dignitas thing, and the death threats given to Voy Boy, and all these things that really never really needed to happen, especially in a video game. For sure, feelings were hurt and things happened, and it probably shouldn't have gone the way that it did, but unfortunately, that's just the way it did, and some things are out of our control. So, without any further ado, we'll just kind of jump into it here, and we just want to try and be better teammates is what we're trying to do in the end, right? We need to make this community better any way possible. So the easiest thing to do is just be the first. The community won't change at all if you just continue to think that nothing will ever change because it's impossible or because you're only one person. Thinking like that is just not the type of thing that you need to be doing. So kind of get over the idea that the community will always be like this, and embrace the fact that at some point, maybe in the future, that it could be better, and it is a possibility. And you need to ask yourself a question: do you want to win? Do you want to win the game that you're playing? And if you want to win, then all of these tips and all of these advice that I'll be giving you will make sense and will kick in. You need to think about if you're ever getting into an argument with somebody, or just trash talking with somebody back and forth, any of the banter that comes up. Is it worth it? Is what you're talking about with the person really worth the time and the effort and all of the drama that's going to come from it? Probably not. I said this in one of my other videos. One of the best pieces of life advice that I've ever gotten was from one of the hottest girls I've ever seen in my life, one of my best friends now. And she said, one day I was all pissed off about something, and she asked me, will you even remember this 5 minutes from now? And it just kind of blew me away. So it's just kind of a good mentality to have for this game. If something's not going to bother you 5-10 minutes from now, or even an hour from now, then it's not going to bother you. So you shouldn't let something like that bother you. Another thing I want to touch in on, I mentioned this before too, but being angry and the rage and all that comes with it, all those things are just chemical imbalances that happen in your brain. And the moment you just take a step back and realize that the anger and the rage that's going on inside of you isn't something that you actually have to, give into. It's something that it's just happening, And how you deal with it kind of determines whether or not you're an angry person or not, or if you're just, really passive. Executed. The reason why I wanted to make this video a really long time ago is because Day 9 of the Day 9 dailies and all the StarCraft stuff. You might not know him, but he's a StarCraft 2 commentator, and on his website and his theme and his motto is "Be a better gamer," and that's kind of what I want to see for the League of Legends community as well too, because I've found myself even being on the wrong side of this and getting angry at people and flaming for no reason, and I'm sure one or two of you out of all of this, out of the thousands of people that watch the videos now, have probably at least seen me do it at least once. And at this point now, in the future, you can move on, and you don't need to be polarized into being an asshole or dick or jerk just because that's who you've always been. If you are a dick and an asshole in real life, great. You can use your online avatar in-game to be whatever you want to be. And it doesn't have to be a jerk-off, It doesn't need to be a guy that's consistently ruining things for everybody else. Things will never change if you don't do anything about it at all whatsoever. That's just one thing you really need to keep hammering into your head, is that people that like think like that are the same people that don't go out and vote and stuff like that, and then you don't even get anything that you wanted out of the deal from any of, like, you don't vote for the person that you wanted to win, and that guy has zero chance of winning because you and thousands of other people thought the exact same thing and didn't show up. If you're just going to settle for the game the way that it is, and you don't even want to see the community get any better, then this probably isn't for you. A couple things that you can do for when you're in game: ignore your teammates at the first sign of troll or them not being like worthy persons or people to talk to. If you realized within a couple of seconds that somebody is just trolling you on purpose, just mute them or ignore them right away, because realistically, all they're trying to do is get a rise out of you. And the moment that you take that away from them, it kind of backfires a little bit for them, because realistically, now that they have nothing to do or nothing to complain about, realistically, what's going to happen now? And being angry and getting upset and raging and whatever you want to call it, it only causes more problems. It doesn't make anything better. I mean, sure, for a short-term period, you feel better because you vented to somebody, but that's the thing as human beings. We're so flawed, that we have to make somebody else feel bad in order for ourselves to feel good. And that's the kind of thing that a MOBA game in the MOBA genre kind of breeds. If you think about it realistically, in a team game environment where you've got 5 people and they're all 5 people you don't even know, what's going to happen is eventually over some amount of time, which is all the time in League of Legends and even in Heroes of New Earth, in any MOBA game for that matter, someone's going to get blamed. The reason someone's going to get blamed is because when something bad happens, you don't want to say in front of 4 other people that you're the one that messed up. You're like, oh yeah, shitty me, I fucked up, my bad.
An enemy has been slain.
And so what you're going to do as a human being, just naturally, is that you're going to try and pass the buck off. You're going to try and pass the blame off to somebody else. So it's just human nature, and the things that you see people do aren't necessarily them being assholes or them being dicks. It's just basic human nature. We've only evolved to a certain point, and this is just the way we are right now. And I mean, it's one thing, and there's, that's the one thing that you need to think about. If it's completely out of your control, you cannot change the way this person was brought up. You cannot change the way they're going to think. You cannot change the way that they're going to treat people. The only thing that you can really control is yourself and the way that you handle all these actions. So, really, I think solo queue is more based off of decision making than it is skill. I think solo queue is like 50% skill, and the other 50% is decision making. And bad decision making comes in a lot of different forms. Bad decision making is, playing stupid heroes, overextending, shit talking, anything like that. The one thing that I really want to talk about as well, too, I've talked about this like 2 or 3 times in some of my other videos, and I want to always hammer this home, is tilt. If you've ever watched poker or you know anything about poker, tilt is when the guys go crazy after they just lost a hand and they just start like spilling money off and just like giving it away. This same exact principle applies to League of Legends in a huge way, because when you're raging after you've lost a really brutal game, or maybe you just lost a game where you went like 20-2 and you're just fucking pissed and you're raging, you're going to go into the next game and you're going to lose on purpose, and you're not even going to know why. You're just going to go into a game with a specific mindset, which is to basically handicap yourself in the long run, because what you're doing is you're doing to yourself what somebody else just did to you the game before. So kind of take a step back, reevaluate things, and realize that it's just a game. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit here. If this truly is your favorite game, you need to get out there and do something, and you need to change the community. Even if it means just doing something tiny, us as a community, we need to band together and decide that this is not the way we want things to be. Because I'm 100% certain that if you were to start a poll after my video and see how many people are actually satisfied with the community and the product that Riot provides, you wouldn't get too many happy people based off of the community aspect. So what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna try and start like this movement or something. Anybody that wants to give any suggestions for the movement or the name of whatever we're trying to accomplish here, please put that in the comments. As for right now, it's because I'm going to use like a safe for work version of it, because it's what I've started doing is I've used this kind of simple mindset, and it's not giving a single fuck about anything, and not a single fuck will be given. So we're going to call it the NASFG, not a single fuck given movement as far as now. If we do get a better name in the end, then we'll run with that name. But as far as right now, it's the NASFG movement, and that just don't give a single fuck in a solo queue game. Don't go into the game with one specific mindset about how people are going to be. If you just ignore them or mute them, or even just do things differently, like don't comment when someone dies, don't go ... when somebody does something stupid. Don't patronize your teammates. Things can change, things can get better, and they will in the future. If something like this does grab on and Riot maybe reads it or they get a hold of it, somewhere down the line, other systems like the Tribunal can be implemented, because later on, I think at some point, Riot will realize that the community and the way it's run right now isn't entirely the best, and that it is possible to change it, but only if we help. And we need help from them, and they need help from us. So band together as a group of people and just try and make the game and this community better. As for some little ending notes, thanks for watching all my videos, guys. I'll try and make more of them. Kind of running out of ideas. The ELO Hell videos, kind of, I like making them, but not very many people... I don't know, I don't think I'm reaching the audience that I want to be reaching. I feel as if with my movies I can reach a lot more people than with the ELO Hell. So I definitely want to talk about a couple things. I was thinking of starting a 2v2 tournament. If anybody would be interested in a 2v2 tournament, let me know. It would be 2v2 bottom. I would be able to get some prizes probably for the first week, but nothing too special. As always, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you already haven't. And like I said, this all starts with you. Each individual person. This will not be something that happens overnight, but it's something that we could all definitely do together if we all do band together. But take it easy, guys. Peace. This is Dorian.